I think the music probably sounds okay, but it just makes me feel better.
I get you. And we're live.
Are we? Oh, it doesn't say live on mine.
We are indeed live.
Oh, well, I'm glad I have you here to tell me what's up, Triple Cross Podcast. We are back. We are live. We are talking hoops. It is our the NBA Finals preview episode. Big shout out to the Miami Heat for stretching it out, making sure we didn't have our preview episode like a week ago, and then now we're just doing random content. So thanks to them. We're gonna do matchup by matchup. We're gonna play some foods of the league. We're gonna play a little game Casey prepared called Heat Check. We're just going to generally talk NBA, and we're going to give stuff away. We're giving away NBA gift cards or NBA swag gift cards. We are giving away our jersey. So if you enter to win one of our jerseys, we are giving that away. That's all coming up right after this.
The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Oh, what is up, Casey? How you doing? Carter, how you doing?
Doing good. Casey, is that your voice on the intro? I noticed it last time, I think, if it is.
It is not my voice.
It isn't? It sounded like you a little bit.
I mean, hey, man. I mean, I can make my voice sound however I want.
You didn't. I don't know if you meant to change your voice right there when you said however I want, but you did not. It
sounded exactly the same.
Sounded the same. Yeah.
Cool.
Everyone, hello. What's up? Gutta TV CTC. We got a Gutta. We're just gonna call him Gutta.
Gutta.
He's here. He wants everybody to know he's here. Good. You're here. The party can start. Glad to know that. We all here for the Miami jersey giveaway. Some people are here for the Miami jersey giveaway. Some people are here for Jamal Murray. Some people are here because they entered to win Marcus Smart or Austin Reeves while they were still in the playoffs. We are giving those away during the episode. It'll be kind of at the end of the episode. Eric Medina says Eric Medina here. So we did already know it was Eric Medina, but that's good. Nuggets or Heat? Yeah, that's what we got to know. Everybody, Gabby knows what we need to ask. Nuggets or Heat? Throw it in the chat. So here's the deal. We are giving away NBA swag. We're doing it with our new partner, DAPS Sports. DAPS Sports, that's our logo. They sell memorabilia like jerseys and balls and stuff like that, like signed stuff. They also sell sports cards. Sports cards kind of their biggest thing, but all kinds of stuff like that. So we are giving away $25 gift cards to the DAPS shop, so you guys can get whatever you want, whatever kind of NBA stuff you want. But they also have NFL, MLB. They have all kinds of stuff. So $25 for every 25 likes on the video. There are 70 people watching now, so get the likes up. Every 25 likes on the video, we will give one of those away. We're doing that at the end of the episode after we announce the jersey giveaway winner. Doing that at the end of the episode on our private community on Playback, and the link for Playback is in the description. Yeah, so here we go. Nuggets or Heat? We got Denver. Laura, is this just a theme now? Laura says Laura Santos here. We got a Nuggets. Heat in 6. Miami. Nuggets. Celtics in 8. That's pretty good.
Don't let Jaylen Brown get one more.
Don't let him get one more. They how could you win in it? Like Celtics in 8? It has to be 9. It would have to be 9. We got a Miami. Abby, a Heat fan. Interesting, Abby. As Abby, we know Abby's a regular. She is a Mavericks fan. I tend to generally think that like people who are fans of a team in like the West will want the West to win in the finals and vice versa, but not Abby. She's all for Hemi buckets. Freak says Celtics in 9. Yep. I know, guys. I'm sorry. All you Celtics fans. Denver's playing perfect basketball. Gutta says Denver. Denver is the juggernaut, I think. Man, too much chat for me to keep up with. Lots of Nuggets. A few Heat. Drake's a Heat. We already knew Drake was a Heat. So that's Drake's burner or if you guys didn't know, Drake's last name is actually Wardle. So the Drake there in our chat. When the Raptors are out, he cheers for the Heat. Carter, did you know that? You know Drake was a Heat fan when the Raptors weren't in the playoffs?
I think Drake's a fan of whatever team's doing well, to be honest.
I know. Yeah. Well, I mean, if the Nuggets win, Drake will be a Nuggets fan. The Nuggets seem too inherently like they play like too much. How do I put this? They play white boy basketball a little too much for Drake's liking. You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't see Drake repping Denver.
No, it's too small. You know, like they could win like 5 championships and he'd be like, no. Whoever they're playing against, like I could see Drake just vilifying the Nuggets. More Nuggets. All right. So first on the agenda, we got to talk Nuggets Heat. I know I usually save it till a little ways in. But we gotta do it, right? Quick go around here. Carter, Nuggets or Heat? How many games?
I have Denver in 7.
Denver in 7. Okay. Casey.
Man, I got Denver. I'll go a little spicier though. I think I would have said 6, but I'll go 5 just to be like extra different.
Denver in 5. Okay. I'm just going to do this because I mean, look, I'm going to get it on the record, so just in case you're keeping the receipts, I do kind of think Denver will win, but starting now, I am creating all narratives by which the Miami Heat win the finals just because what the hell? Like there is literally nobody who's saying the Heat will win. Like CBS analysts, 9 of them said Denver. Most of them said Denver in 5. Like Denver's minus 330 to win right now. Everybody just says Denver. All right. So nobody's saying Heat. None of the commentators are saying Heat. So from now on, every narrative you hear me give will be Miami Heat in 6. But it doesn't matter. It'll be 5 or 6 or 7. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many games they get down. It will still be Heat in however many games they have left to win it from now on. Felix, what's up? Adam, what's up? Good to see you guys. So here's what I want to play a little game called, well, it's not really a game. Let's go matchup by matchup here. And kind of go through this. So if you're looking at key matchup to you, Carter, key matchup in this series, what is the key matchup? Like number 1 key matchup in your mind?
I feel like everyone's going to go to Jokic and Bam, but I feel like no matter how well Bam defends Jokic, he's going to be able to do whatever he wants. It really doesn't matter because he's just that good. And you send doubles, he'll pass out of it. Jokic is going to be Jokic regardless. So probably Jimmy versus whoever guards Jimmy. And if Denver can contain him and then not get 55% 3-point shooting from Miami's role players against them, then that'll probably be important.
I think that if you had to guess who's going to guard Jimmy, who you think?
Out of the starters, at least. KCP, I guess.
Really? Yeah, I would go
Aaron Gordon. Yeah,
I think Aaron Gordon for sure is the guy to defend Jimmy. Yeah. So this isn't a matchup, but I'm gonna go to you could call it the secondary matchup. I think that it will depend on who plays better out of Jamal Murray and Bam Adebayo. Look, who's more impactful for their team out of those two, right? Because Jokic is going to get his, right? Like Bam could defend him really well and he'll still have like a triple double every game, and probably 20 points. And we'll be like, hey, Bam didn't do too bad. Jokic is going to get his. Jimmy, if he's on, I mean, we saw some games against the Celtics where he was just not on, right? Yeah. In the 3 that the Celtics won. So we saw the first kind of crack in the armor for Butler, but if he's on, if he's playing playoff Jimmy, then he's going to get his too. It doesn't matter if Aaron Gordon's guarding him. It doesn't matter if KCP's guarding him. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. So to me, it comes down to like, how impactful can Bam be? How impactful can Jamal Murray be? Because when Jamal Murray is playoff Murray, bubble Murray, that's when the Nuggets are really, really, really tough to beat. Like you said, their role players are shooting well, but the reason their role players shoot so well is because they're open. Jokic creates offense, Murray creates offense. You have to adjust to those two, and you end up leaving Michael Porter Jr. open, or you end up leaving KCP open, or Bruce Bowen. and then they hit shots. They're NBA players, like when they're open, they hit shots. So yeah, I mean, that to me, that's what it comes down to. And Bam, and that's kind of where I really see this, is that Bam's impact. Again, every narrative has to go toward Heat. Switch your brain, John. Bam's impact is a little bit more two-way than Jimmy's, right? Or then not Jimmy's, Jamal Murray's. Murray is a great offensive force, but like Bam can play well on offense. He can get offensive boards, but he can also have a ton of impact on the defensive end. So if he even slows Jokic down 15%, then I can see, just playoff Jimmy take over.
Or if Bam can hit his little close range jump shots and little hooks and not miss everything within 4 feet of the rim, then
right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like that would be great if he could not dribble the ball 50 times when he gets it. Maybe not dribble the ball at all. Just get the ball where, like in the post where you're supposed to be, and put it in from there. Not miss, rebound, miss, lose it. We don't need any more of that, Bam. Casey, key matchup, number one key matchup in your mind.
Sure. First things first, I did put a poll into the chat, so make sure you vote in that. It's who's going to win the finals and in how many games. We only had 4 options, so I had to do both teams in 7 or in 6 or less. So make sure you get your answer in chat. John, you already mentioned Jamal Murray. I think he is going to be a key piece in the series to come. I think he's, we've seen a little bit 2 sides out of him, but when he's on, he's on. Like, I mean, when that guy is playing ball well, he's one of the best to really do it right now.
And in this run, he's been playing well.
Right. And the other side of that coin that I see is Gabe Vincent probably matching up against him. And Vincent's a guy who missed a little bit of time in the last series. I think he gutted it out and did start the last 2 games. Game 7, he played 23 minutes, which is pretty huge considering, after he was banged up, he had an ankle. I think it was an ankle injury on I think he rolled his ankle and lost his shoe on a play, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That's how he heard it.
The same play. I remember losing his shoe.
I don't think he did lose his shoe.
Totally sure if that was
he did lose his shoe, but I don't think he hurt his ankle on that play.
Okay.
I saw something where somebody speculated that was because
that was the one where he hurt his ankle. Okay. Could be.
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but I do think that he's going to be a key component because he's also playing really well, and not a guy that people thought would play super great necessarily, but he's showing up in these playoffs, and I think it's going to be a massive test, him compared to Murray, because like we said, Murray's been playing lights out. So can Vincent keep up, or could he at least play well enough to let Jokic kind of do the rest of it, or to let the rest of
Jimmy do the rest of it?
Yeah, Jimmy do the rest of it, not Jokic.
Yeah, well, so I mean, Game 6 was really interesting because you had essentially the Celtics should have won by 20, but Gabe Vincent and Caleb Martin kept the Heat in it, and in the end, the Heat probably should have ended up winning. That like tip off that White put back in. I mean, that was wild. Marcus Smart took kind of a bad shot. And maybe that was the design of the play of let's take a shot right away and see if we can get a second chance opportunity if it misses or whatever. But once Jimmy got those 3 free throws, I'm like, that's game. And Jimmy and Bam had horrible games. So yeah, I mean, those 2, specifically Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, they're capable of keeping the Heat in it. And then that Heat, gritty defensive, just all right, if we're not shooting well, you're not going to shoot well either mindset. I love it. Gabby getting in the right frame of mind here, creating narratives by which the Heat win. Miami Hispanic people doing witchcraft, so Miami wins. That might be what it takes. Let's just be honest. Denver's the team to beat, right? Denver's the juggernaut. So here's another one. People talking about in the chat, talking about Kyle Lowry, Kevin Love. What do you think, Carter, about the additions? Well, really the recent addition of Kevin Love. Kyle Lowry's been there for a little while, but that kind of deep, old veteran presence, and specifically the addition of Kevin Love to the Miami Heat. Do you think that's had a big impact on this playoff run? Do you think they have this kind of playoff run without Kevin Love specifically, and then Kyle Lowry and Kevin Love? Or do you think that they're pretty, even though they're not always the high producing players, do you think they're pretty instrumental to this run or not?
I think Kevin Love's definitely helped get them to where they are. I don't think he should play in the finals. Just any Kevin Love minutes is just gonna not be
Who are you
good.
taking those minutes from? You know?
Yeah. Tyler Hero might be back, so he can grab some minutes, but
Yeah.
I'd keep Bam on the floor as long as Jokic is on, and then some Cody Zeller when he's not, I guess. It's rough.
Cody Zeller instead of Kevin Love.
Probably keep a
Dang.
center out there.
I don't know. I like the Kevin Love. I like the veteran. I like the veteran plays he makes. You know,
run a Jimmy center lineup because Jokic usually just goes. Or when Jokic sits down, it's usually Aaron Gordon at the 5. So just run Jimmy at the 5, put him on Aaron Gordon. They'll be fine.
Put Jimmy on Aaron Gordon defensively.
Yeah.
What do you, if you're the Nuggets, what do you do with Jamal Murray defensively? Like, because you got to try and hide him somewhere. Whoever, like, do you see? So I think one of the biggest reasons the Lakers struggled so much against the Nuggets is if you rewind to like 2018, you would have seen LeBron James just head hunting Jamal Murray every play, just switching until he got him and then attacking him every play. And it's pretty clear that Jamal Murray's defense is a weak point in the Nuggets, like armor. What do you do with him defensively, Denver? Or do you just say we live with it? You know, like he's good enough offensively that, you know, if they headhunt him, we try and help off and we live with it.
Yeah, it's hard to not let Jimmy get that switch. I'm fine with him. Like, I mean, he's gonna have to match up on like Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, Strus. That'd be fine. Chase him around off ball. But if Jimmy gets the switch, he's probably scoring. Yeah. I guess you help and you hope that they don't make the right read.
Well, I mean, I guess the nice thing is, and Jimmy hits these. I guess the nice thing is that, like, you know, if you're Jamal Murray, you just say, all right, try and make him take tough twos and don't foul him. You know, the problem with Jimmy Butler is he hits a lot of tough twos. Yeah. But then it's just like Denver, if you're Jamal Murray, you just say, all right, well, we got to try and trade 3 for 2 then. Casey, thoughts? Where do you hide Jamal Murray on defense?
Man, I don't know that you can outright hide any liability, but
yeah, it's a switcher's league.
Do it on offense, you know, like especially with a guy like that. So he makes up for that and more, hopefully, on offense, so that it's less of a liability. Because, like I said, I don't think you can fully hide it from a team that's as hot as the Heat is right now. Yeah,
most people in the chat are agreeing with me. It will be Aaron Gordon against Jimmy. Jaime says Nuggets play as a team, they will win as a team. I think both these teams are like full on in like team chemistry mode right now. Jimmy against Murray will be the decider. That won't be the matchup though. I think it's kind of like how well does Jimmy play compared to Jokic? How well does Murray play compared to Bam? Caleb Martin has to play well. Yeah, most people saying this. Aaron Gordon will defend Jimmy. We got Richard. Another Miami hopeful. Miami in 6. Let's go.
We do have the results to that poll, John, if you want some more data on that.
I don't know if I want more data on that, but why don't you tell it to me anyway, I guess.
All right. So, like I said, the 4 options were Nuggets in 7, Nuggets in 6 or less, Heat in 7, or Heat in 6 or less. You guys have a guess at what the chat thinks? What's the most popular answer? It's
Denver,
a walk away.
Denver in 6 or less.
That is indeed the number one answer.
Followed by Denver in 7?
It is not. That is actually the 4th.
Really?
Highest, but it's
so Miami in 6 or less is the second answer?
Correct. And then Heat in 7 is actually the 3rd most popular answer. So a little more hope there maybe. But yeah, so that is 66% of the chat have the Nuggets winning in one way or the other. So that'd be 34% the other way. 57% say Nuggets win in 6 or less. It's huge. 18% say Heat in 6 or less, 16% say Heat in 7, and 9% say Nuggets in 7 or less. So almost twice as many people have the Heat in 7 as Nuggets in 7. So little factoid there.
Yeah, no, I think people tend to just think games won't go 7 games. Series won't go 7 games. Which I guess is statistically unlikely, but
except for the NBA would love that. So
right, it's how can they possibly recoup the money from not getting a Lakers Celtics finals? Well, here's how. If this one goes 7 games, Kevin Love presence. So Drake is saying Kevin Love presence is enough to inspire confidence coming off the bench. John says veteran presence of love is key. And then Drake says, I like to see vets getting rings. I also like to see vets getting rings, but I don't necessarily care so much about Lowry and Love getting rings at this point because they both have one. I would love to see Jokic get a ring, but he's not going to because it's going to be Miami in 6. But I mean, next year, it'll be fun when he gets a ring next year.
John's in that 18% of the chat.
Yeah. He in 6. Carter, is this your burner?
No, I don't think so.
Carter, you have the same. Carter Slater has the same name as Carter from the show. I think if the Nuggets don't mess around and check up shots, they'll take it'll take him at least 5. Okay. The altitude in Denver. I did read about that today. I was an endurance athlete in college, and like altitude matters, but like it matters so much less in something like basketball. Because it's like, I think it's like a fun narrative. But they break so much. So the way that they play basketball is like, they're not constantly at like 140 beats per minute, their heart rate. They're at like 180 low, and altitude just doesn't make as much of a difference. I mean, you can argue with me if you want in the chat, but like the Bulls beat the Jazz twice in the finals, and they're also at altitude. So what are you going to say, Casey?
Yeah, so we kind of had a canned little did you know kind of segment potentially planned. It's kind of a filler segment.
Did I take yours?
Don't know. Yeah, that was actually going to be it. Did you know that Denver is a mile high and Miami is 6 feet above sea level? So I will say that for 2 teams, that's about as far as you're going to get difference-wise.
Denver is the highest in the league, yeah.
So if somebody is trying to build that case, that factor up to be something more than it is maybe in your mind, then that's a pretty good
the only
comparison.
other team that has a bigger differential altitude-wise than like Miami is New Orleans. Yeah. They're below sea level.
Yeah, I think they
like
are a little bit below.
Like they're like minus 6 or something. Yeah.
Something like that. So it's about as far as you can get. And I will say the other thing that I've heard people say, and I don't know personally if this matters as much, but that big of a difference could even impact it obviously impacts like the ball flight a little bit. You got to take a little off of your jumpers. I don't know. I mean, hey, they're so in touch.
You're reaching.
They're so in touch though. Maybe,
you're reaching.
Maybe. I didn't make it up. I just read it.
Yeah, it's not like they play in Denver and Utah multiple times a season. Like, it's not.
I'm just saying.
It's not like teams shoot statistically worse in Denver and Utah, do they? I mean, maybe they do. I don't think so, though.
Devil's advocate? I didn't write it. Somebody else wrote it. I'm just perpetuating it. It's nonsense, I guess. But...
I gotcha. All right, well, let's do that. Did you know? Carter, you got a did you know?
I had one for a moment, and then I had a better one.
Good answer.
I'll come back to you. I have a did you know? Did you know that Jeff Van Gundy has some just classic Jeff Van Gundy takes for improving the NBA? I saw this one today. Jeff Van Gundy thinks that we should stop shooting free throws. So he thinks the NBA product would be better if the games were under 2 hours long, like in airtime. And he thinks one of the ways to do that is to stop shooting free throws until the last 4 minutes of the game. So if you get fouled on a shot before that, you just get the and one, or you get the 2 points. Or if you get fouled on a 3, you get 3 points. Or if they're in the bonus, you just get the points. Like, you don't have to shoot the free throws. That's Jeff Van Gundy's idea. He also thinks halftime should now only be 5 minutes long. Why do we need this long for halftime? And my answer to that is because Miami has to recover from all that altitude running that they're doing. They're going to need more than 5 minutes, Jeff. What do you think? What do you think about Jeff Van Gundy's no free throws idea, Casey? You just get the points. How many points would there'd be some dudes who get a lot of points.
Shaq would have been a much better player.
Shaq would have been an incredible player. Well, okay, then can you apply their real percentage to it? But then how would you do that with new players too?
Yeah,
do you only give Shaq 1 point if he gets fouled?
No, I don't. It sounds like something, I don't know. Sports leagues now are doing, unprecedented stuff. This seems like too big of a change to ever actually consider. If anything, it seems like the NBA would want more fouls and more free throws because it just happens so often. So I don't know. It seems like too much of a part of the game to change personally.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you can't just assume the points. All right, so people are chiming in on the altitude thing. Eric Medina has something to say. My hometown Division III takes championship after championship in track and field. I can vouch Adams State is really good at distance running, but they aren't Division III. I think they're Division II, and I think that there is another school that is as good or better than them. It's called Western State. Both in Colorado, both really good at distance running. Not fully because of the altitude, though. A lot of that is the recruiting they do. So those two schools specifically get a lot of athletes that could be Division I distance runners, and choose to go to those schools instead because there's just better scholarship money for them. But yeah, I mean, look, the altitude helps when you're a distance. I'm also from altitude. It helps when you're a distance runner. In basketball, football, I mean, it just doesn't matter as much. Yeah. I would challenge somebody to find me statistics that show it does. If somebody can, I'll eat my words.
I don't have statistics, but I do have a quote from the Kevin Garnett who says, "That shit's real."
I mean, that's data right there.
That's all you need, honestly.
That's definitive. I think that shit is real.
KG certified.
Kevin Garnett, KG certified. All right, you got a did you hear, Carter?
I don't think I remember the other one, but we'll go with Nick Nurse to Philly. We haven't talked about that yet.
I did hear about Nick Nurse to Philly. What do you think? Do you have thoughts? Do you want to share your thoughts since it's your did you hear?
I'm not moved. I mean, they got a big name coach, but they have a lot of other problems, I think, to fix before they go back. I don't think it was just Doc Rivers.
Do you think that? Well, I think that's kind of. How much impact do you think coaching actually has in the NBA?
I mean, at one point, people thought it was like all that mattered when that one poll of Brad Stevens or any NBA player went up on Twitter, and most people said they'd rather have Brad Stevens. But I don't know.
Do you think that, though? I'm asking what you think, Carter, not what most people think.
It's probably a touch. But then you got Spo, who's taking the Heat to the finals.
Different core units. Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I think that it doesn't like X's and O's. So like what Brad Stevens is good at, X's and O's coaching. I don't think that matters all that much. I think that your ability to manage ego and get buy-in is what matters. Mm-hmm. And that's really all. Like I think that's why Steve Kerr's gotten and done what he's done is that he's managed ego and he's gotten buy-in. Everybody there buys in. And everyone who comes there buys in. When Kevin Durant was there, he bought in, and when he stopped buying in, he left. So, I mean, I think that really has a lot more to do with that.
Do you think there's something to be said about managing young talent, developing young talent?
So specifically, like there's some, like the Warriors have been good at that. There's some other like coaches or programs that have been good at that. Nick Nurse. So bringing it back to Nick Nurse, that's never really been what Nick Nurse has been good at or known for. His is buy-in and ego management, right? Like that's what he did with those 2019 Raptors. And it's easy to say in hindsight, like, well, yeah, you won with like this juggernaut of a team. And you had a Kawhi Leonard who was healthy the whole playoffs, but it like what in foresight, it's not that easy, right? Like it's like, he had to figure out how to scheme to keep Kawhi healthy. They made a really, really high risk trade for 1 year, not even 1 year. It was a trade deadline trade. So a quarter of a year, third of the year that Kawhi Leonard was with them, and they won a championship with him. Like, and to get buy-in that quick and to get chemistry that quick, it's easy to say now that it was easy for him, but I don't think it was easy for him. So I do think if there's a coach out there that is now jobless, that actually could plug in well in Philly, I think Nick Nurse is the best fit. Whereas like a Mike Budenholzer, for example, seems to be a little bit better at player development and not so good at, not as good at like, let me come in and manage a team of kind of an assembled team, so to speak. So yeah, I mean, I think Nick Nurse is a good move for Philly. But Philly's just that perpetual, just it's not gonna work out for you guys. You know what I mean? Like, isn't that just Philly?
Yeah,
like something's gonna go wrong. It's just not gonna work out for you. Like you'll be one shot away or you'll be a couple plays away. And really it's like if those couple plays change, like maybe you could have a ring, but it will never go that way for you, Philly. Isn't that just their story? You know what I mean?
Tends to be.
Yeah, they just, I don't know. The process just doesn't do it, you know? As long as Mark Jackson and Van Gundy are not commentating, then it will be a good series. Yeah. Mark Jackson and Van Gundy are like a really weird commentating duo. All right, let's see what the chat has to say about coaching. Can be very important. Most important part is amping up your team, where to build them up, not take their confidence. Boston lost confidence. That's why Game 7 was a blowout. Yeah, I mean, I tend to think that it's like vibe management. You know, I think that's a lot of it. Definitely not as impactful as like the NFL. I think in the NFL, coaching matters more.
Yeah,
that's my take. Disagree with
so
me.
much scheming in the NFL. I agree with you.
There's a lot more X's and O's in the NFL.
Well, I mean, you literally stop before every play and get aligned. So yeah.
Savage is saying Savage Eagle 0358 03 0 through 0357. We're taking. He says that altitude does play a big part in football. I can't speak to football as much. I mean, maybe there's enough there that it like affects the ball flight. I doubt it. If anything, I would think it would play more of a role in basketball. But Abby says it has to do with oxygen retention at higher altitude and training adjustment to one's body to get enough oxygen. With less oxygen in the air, it does have to do with that, but it also has to do with the systems that you're using. Specifically, like, are you working aerobically or anaerobically? I'm not going to get into that because it's super boring. But they're mostly working anaerobically in basketball and football. When you're working aerobically, that altitude affects you way, way more. But yeah, that's
big anatomy pod.
That's a big anatomy pod here. Can't stand Van Gundy, says Tony. Yeah, it's a weird take. All right. Casey, you got a game for us?
Yeah, let's do this thing, man. All right. So we've played this game before, but we always have a different theme to it.
Real quick, because I haven't shouted this out yet while you're setting this up. We are doing the NBA jersey giveaway if that's what you're here for. If you're like, hey, you guys been talking about basketball for a second. Are you going to give me a jersey or what? Yeah, we're going to do that at the end. Also, every 25 likes on this video earns a $25 gift card to the DAPS shop. DAPS has all kinds of NBA, NFL, MLB swag, cards, things like that. So get the likes up on the video. We should be at 50 because there's been more than 50 people watching this whole time. Do you know how many we're at, Casey? I don't have it pulled up. Sorry.
I don't, but I'll check for you.
Well, you set up your game. I'll pull it up.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Game's set up. It's ready to go.
Cool.
So
44 likes on the video right now. 44 likes on the video right now. So 6 likes away. If you're watching, you haven't liked yet, get those likes up. We will give away $25 gift cards for every 25 likes. Got to be in the chat though, so we can know you're here. Oh, we'll do that actually at the end on our private community. All right, Casey, what you got?
We can go to a random number generator if we need to, but I want to know, does anybody want to go first? We'll go back and forth style here on this.
Carter, do you want to go first?
I'll give you guys a clue.
I'll go first.
The topic is.
I'll go first.
Okay, John's going first, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Here we go. We are playing Heat Check, and the category today is playoff wins. But it's per franchise.
Playoff wins by a franchise. Okay.
So this is what we're looking at, John.
All right, chat. You can hop in, but don't. I mean, I guess we already know that we can't trust the chat.
You guys don't look at the chat just in case. Just in case.
Well, they leak both answers. Like.
Oh. Let's see. Chat, don't be douches. How about that? And John, so just for audio only listeners, maybe we should explain through this what we're looking at. But we have 2 teams up here. We have the Denver Nuggets on top of this graphic, and they have 94 playoff wins. I just give you that information. On the bottom of this graphic, we have the Washington Wizards with the words more or less. So, John, do the Washington Wizards have more or fewer playoff wins than the Nuggets at 94?
94.
What do you think, man?
How long have the Wizards been? Oh, are we including just the Wizards or the Bullets as well?
We are including it according to
the
stat
Washington,
news, whatever that means. So
the Washington basketball franchise.
That's you, homie. That's for you to decide, not me.
Whatever StatMuse says. StatMuse is probably going to include the Bullets.
StatMuse is God. Never heard of StatMuse before today, by the way. So I have no
honestly, the Nuggets, it's been very recent. I'm gonna go with Washington on this one.
John thinks Washington has more than 94. Let's find out if he's right.
Really?
Oh,
More
wow.
99
close
playoff
one.
wins for the Wiz.
That was counterintuitive. I wanted to say Denver, but I felt like it was a bait question. Like you were like, John, like whoever gets this one's going to say Denver.
It's almost like you never know what Casey's going to do with this stuff. I love trying to mess with you guys. All right, so I should probably keep some sort of score here. I have an even amount of questions for you guys. If you tie, then we'll go to a tiebreaker. All right, John, that's 1 point for you. 1 for 1. Carter, you're up. The Wizards have 99 playoff wins. Do the Trailblazers have more or less?
They've had multiple eras of success, so we'll go more.
Carter,
Dame's won some.
On the draw there with more.
Yeah, they
Clyde's
have
won
had
some.
Oh yeah, you had Walton, Bill Walton. Yeah.
Bill Walton's won some. Yeah, come on.
All right, let's see if he's right. It is indeed more. 119.
I don't know what a lot of playoff wins is. Like Lakers or Celtics. Like how many do they have? Like I don't even know the number.
I bet we're around.
It'd be easier if you had like an anchor in like what was a lot. What's that?
You
each have around 8. Like 8th most right now is my guess.
You think we're like 8th most right now?
I bet Portland's in the top 10.
Shit.
You each have 8 questions, so you're gonna get a sense of that as we play for sure.
Okay. All right,
John. Trailblazers have 119. Do the Indiana Pacers have more or less playoff wins?
The Pacers. Have they had a good era other than the Reggie Miller and Paul George eras?
You want to know a fun fact? I don't remember the answers to any of these, so I can't even give it away if I tried. So we find out all together.
The Pacers. Well, so Carter thinks we're in the top 10 with the Blazers, and I don't think the Pacers are in the top 10. So if Carter's right, then I'm going to go less.
Of course, your opponent wouldn't try to give you faulty information.
Casey would do 3 more in a row.
Yeah, Casey can't do 3 more in a row. There's no way.
You never know. You never know. All right, John, is less your final answer?
Less is my final answer.
Let's find out if he's right. Do they have more or less than 119? They have less.
Ooh.
Pretty tight.
Ooh, I'm rolling, baby. For
the Pacers. Nice one. So that's 2 for John, 1 for Carter. Carter's second question here. The Pacers have 115 playoff wins. Do the Milwaukee Bucks have more or less?
Well, you have the Kareem Oscar days and you have the present days.
Yeah. Kareem, it was Lou Alcindor.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Were there any days in between where they were good?
There was the Jason Terry days. Those were also the Giannis days, but
like I know they had Michael.
Oh, Ray Allen. There was the Ray Allen days.
Okay, I think that's enough days. We'll go more.
Carter thinks the Bucks have
enough days.
More than 115. Let's find out if he's right. To keep both guys play perfect game going, is it more? It is more.
That's plenty of days. That's plenty of
days. Yeah.
They had lots of days.
I like this response. Bucks are less, and then very next chat. I think, yeah, that's about what playing this game is like. I think, yeah, there. And then you're like, wait a second, though. Yeah,
you guys are doing very well, though.
150's high. 150's high. Go ahead.
Yeah, Casey. I don't know if Portland was top 10.
Both 2 for 2 so far. I'm not going to give away any info on what you just asked there, Carter. I know you're a fan of the Cavs. So the good thing about this game is as long as we're going back and forth, you'll get them on one side of the equation or the other. So it's pretty cool. John's up now, though, to keep the perfect game going, even though we're not supposed to talk about it. Now I have to keep talking about it because I brought it up. The Bucks have 150 playoff wins, John. Do the Cavs have more or less?
Now that we went through all the Bucks' days, because we had the Lou Alcindor, Oscar Robertson days, we had the Ray Allen days, we had the Giannis days. I also think like a finals run helps a lot. Cavs have had a finals run too. I mean, but I don't think the Cavs have had any more days than the LeBron days. Carter would know.
Look at it's like every other message is the exact opposite answer.
Brad Daugherty.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You can totally look at the chat. Like they're not on the same page, man.
More, less, more, less, more, less. There you go.
This one is a hard one, I feel like.
Yeah, 2 sets of LeBron days plus some Mark Price days where they went,
The Mark Price days where they lost in the first round to Chicago?
Yeah, I was thinking that the shot was in the first round, so
yeah.
I don't know how far Cleveland got back then.
The Bucks have had 3 different eras of days, so I'm gonna go Bucks. 150 feels high too.
John thinks the Cavs have less than 150. Is that correct, John? Less?
Yes, less.
Let's find out if he's right. They do have less.
Hot
24
dang.
less, in fact.
Woo! All right. Cavs
And
Jazz. Ooh.
Now we got another one here. Cavs have 126. Carter, do the Jazz have more or less playoff wins?
So Utah obviously had the Karl Malone, John Stockton days,
Yep.
as well as some Donovan Mitchell days. But,
Yeah, the Pistol Pete days.
some Gordon
Mark
Hayward
Eaton
days.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Is
Pistol
it enough
Pete days.
We haven't had a back-to-back less yet from Casey, and we are a good bit into this. How many rounds are there total?
You both have 8, so 16.
Oh,
I just
wow.
did that math in my head.
We are
smart.
Impressive. We have a lot of time for a back-to-back less, but it could be here.
Man, I have planted eggs in your head. This is crazy. Didn't know this weighed so hard on you guys.
The chat is not even less, more, Jazz more, less.
Wait.
wait.
I'm waiting.
Yeah. Wait. Just let me catch up here.
He thinks more now. He's pretty hot.
He was sure about less. Don't trust the chat. They can't help you.
Oh, he's so confident though. That's 3 all caps more.
Well, let me just but literally less than a minute before that. More, I think.
And then he confused. Now he's super confident.
right.
Man.
Thank you, Josie. I try my best.
I'm trying. You know what? We're gonna ride with that guy.
You think more?
What is this?
More
What
than
we
more
call
than
it?
six.
DIQ.
My gut says less, but he says more 3 times in all caps.
He's so confident.
Wow. Okay. Carter thinks the Jazz have more than 126. Let's find out if he's right.
Oh, let's go.
More.
Dang.
135.
Great shout in the chat.
We're now coming up on our
DIQ.
next finals participants.
Ooh.
The Miami Heat.
I think the Miami Heat are up there in I want to say the top 5.
So you want to say they have more than,
because they've had a lot of days. They had the Shaq and D Wade days. They had the LeBron days. They had the Jimmy Butler. I mean, they were to the Eastern Conference Finals 3 of the last 4 years. I'm going to go Miami Heat more. I don't think there's very many teams that have more than the Miami Heat.
John thinks the Heat have more playoff wins than 135. Is he right?
Oh, wow.
They do.
Yeah,
they have more.
160.
It was a lot. I feel good now. I feel, whew, all right.
All right.
Whew.
The streak stays alive. John's halfway through his board with no slip-ups. Carter can match him here if he gets this one right. Carter, the Miami Heat have 161 playoff wins. Do the Phoenix Suns have more or less?
Is 161 the highest number we've seen?
I believe so.
It is, yeah.
Phoenix. There's just no way. There's no way they've had enough days.
They haven't. Yeah, what days have they had?
Man, I should have done how many days?
The finals run recently.
They had the Charles Barkley days.
The Charles Barkley days.
They had the Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire days.
That's a couple sets of days.
They've had the recent Devin Booker CP3 days.
And they sucked prior to that for some days.
Yeah, they did. They've had some days where they didn't get into the playoffs at all.
I'm gonna go less. That should be a safe pick unless there's some days I'm not thinking about.
Carter thinks that it's less. Most of the chat agrees with him. Let's find out. The Phoenix Suns have more or less than 161 playoff wins. They have
holy shit
by 1.
Where were the days?
Phoenix, where were all their days?
Glory days. All right.
Well, I guess I really the 70s are pretty lost to me. I don't know what was,
Suns.
or
easy
I don't know who was
Googling there, Carter. Easy, pal.
I'm just looking at the Suns. I'm just looking at the Suns days.
The Suns
they had a lot
days.
of wins.
Yeah, but that'll anchor you on 90s. Other teams, though. They did have a lot of days in the 90s. That's true.
All right, John.
Man,
Well, Carter is Googling a list of playoff wins. John, do you think that the Atlanta Hawks have more or less than 160 playoff wins?
The Hawks?
Duh, Hawks.
Well, the Heat. I still had. What would all the Hawks' days be?
They have
The
existed
Dominique-
forever, right?
Oh,
Because they
yeah,
they draft Bill Russell, so
that's true. That's true. They've existed for a long time.
they've had plenty
So
of
I'm gonna assume-
opportunities for days.
I'm gonna assume they've had the Bill Russell days. They had the Dominique Wilkins days. They had the Trae Young Eastern Conference Finals run days.
There's another 10 wins.
Maybe they got 10 more wins than the Suns.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt like the Heat was high, and the Suns are only 1 win less than them. And I could have. Who else do I think is up there with the Heat? I think the Lakers and Celtics are up at the top. I think the Dubs are. No, I actually don't think the Dubs are as high. The Hawks have existed a long time, and then also were the Hawks part of the ABA? Because that's the other thing. Like Spurs would be really high if we're talking ABA.
StatMuse counts ABA.
StatMuse doesn't count
Based on
ABA.
what,
That's
like,
good
player
information.
stats I've looked up, I don't think they count the ABA.
So like the Spurs ABA stuff wouldn't carry over, but the Hawks have always been NBA.
I didn't even know the Spurs were ABA, to be honest.
I'm gonna go less.
John thinks that the Hawks have less than 160 playoff wins. Let's find out if he's right. The Hawks have
Oh,
4.
170.
Days.
Where were the days?
You miscounted their days, I guess.
I
I don't
No,
know.
it's the 10
Maybe
more. It's 10 more. It's the Trae Young run.
It was
It was 10 more.
damn it,
It
Trey.
was 10 more.
Trey got me.
Trae just
John,
I
what's
said that. I said exactly that. What if they have 10 more than the Suns? And then I said less. I mean, I feel like I should get partial points on that.
Did you see my face not give it away at all? Mostly because I didn't hear you say that, but I didn't give it away when you said that. So
Yeah, because you didn't know. You didn't remember.
well, that too. Yeah, I didn't hear you say it either. So
So this would have been one of the teams that I would have thought might have. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Carter.
well, yeah.
I feel like I can't say anything now. I can't help
probably
you.
shouldn't. Carter, you're up with a chance to take the lead here. The Hawks have 170 playoff wins. Do you think the New York Knicks have more or less?
Well, DIQ said def less, followed by Michael saying def more. So
Nice.
those cancel each other out.
Oh, dude. Okay.
DIQ is kicking right now.
I'm going to stay silent then.
Got a def more, def less. Michael says more in all caps. 3 times.
Did DIQ say that last time and lead you? Was he
to
right
a
or
win,
wrong?
to a victory.
Ooh.
The Hawks have
Could it happen?
170.
But this time he says less though.
He just said my fault, my bad.
Oh crap. Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe he's
Well, I don't know.
changing
I guess
his mind.
maybe he's Googling it. Maybe he isn't. I don't know.
You might be. We do have 3 more rounds after this. So
He now thinks more. So
Ooh.
and the
Oh, like
Knicks have
the
also
chat's pretty
existed.
Chat's pretty unanimous on this one, actually.
They are.
This
And
would have been one of the
the
teams I
Knicks-
thought was more.
Yeah, they've existed forever. And then you have the Patrick Ewing days. You got some Mellow days.
You got like a
Um,
bunch of days forever ago.
Yeah, you got like the
70s,
Plumber
60s.
days.
Yeah.
So we'll ride with more.
all right.
There's some people trying to throw you off saying less.
Yeah, 2 lesses in a row
I think they're
right
just
there.
I think they're just
Those
messing
are
with you.
scaring me. But I'll
Carter
take more at
thinks
minus
that it's-
400 odds.
More than 170 playoff wins for the Knicks. Let's find out if he's right.
That could
He
be
is
it could be let's go.
right.
193.
193 wins for the Knicks. John, the question to you now is, do the Detroit Pistons, the Pistons of Detroit, do they have more
Those Pistons?
or fewer than 193 playoff wins, the bar set by the New York Knicks?
I think the Knicks, Celtics, Lakers are toward the top.
You do have
What
a
days
lot
do
of
you have?
Pistons days. You have bad
You
boy
got the
Pistons
80s.
days.
You got the bad boy days.
and then you have
got
the early 2000s days. With
Yep.
Ben
You got
Wallace,
the
Rip
you got the
Hamilton.
Wallaces, Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton days. Those were 2 good rounds of days, but I don't think that they've had very many other
Did they
days.
have a third round of days before that?
Maybe, but I don't. The 70s and 60s are my weakness. 50s, maybe they were good in the 50s. How long have the Pistons been around?
You guys, it's bad boys.
Detroit. Detroit used to be a lot more, I feel like a bigger part of the US like economy, or like maybe they were a bigger relative city within the US. So
Most
maybe
definitely.
Detroit's been around a long time, but never as big as New York. So that's like not a good argument. I gotta go less. Like my gut just says less here. I'm going less.
John's gut says less.
So,
His
I'm
gut,
looking
right?
at the chat now. More. People stop doing the triple. Okay. Oh, Michael says less though, and I'm riding with Michael on this one
So
because I believe him. I believe him on Knicks wins.
you don't want the triples unless they agree with
Unless
you. Got it.
no, I don't want the triples at all. I don't know what to do with him.
Then he
I got two
immediately
triples
points out a
right in
triple
row.
that he likes.
I got Tony. More. Next chat, Michael. Less.
Love it. I love it. The push and the pull of the TCP chat. John thinks that it's less, correct, John?
I think it's less. My gut says
Pistons.
less.
He says the Pistons have less than 193. Let's find out if he's right. He is right.
Ooh, they have a lot though. Damn.
John's staying alive. He's
They've
now
got
hit
189 playoff wins. When were all the days? Maybe those just 2 sets of days were enough.
It's now tied up at 5-5. Carter with a chance to pull ahead here at the back half of the round. The Pistons have 189 playoff wins. Do the Chicago Bulls have more or less?
The Bulls have like one set of days. One big
they have the
set of
They
days.
have the D Rose days.
Yeah.
And then they have those days. But those days were big because
Those
every
big
time
days.
they were all
capital
They
D,
have-
big D on those days.
because they have
16
like
times 6 gives them a nice 96 from the 6 championships. No, minus a few because of best of 5 series.
I don't think
Maybe
they play any. I don't know if any best of 5 series were happening then. It might have been. They might have been after the best of 5.
Maybe no. It was when Jordan was still getting first rounded. There were 5 game series.
Well, and that's the other thing is that they definitely got some wins before the runs as well.
Yeah.
And then they've had some wins like in the Joakim Noah days and the Derrick Rose days.
So here we're gonna do some fake math and pretend I know what I'm doing. So we'll say 96 from the championships, and then we'll say like another 10 off of him getting bumped in the first round, and then another 15 off of him going a little further. So then we're at like 115-ish, give or take. And then
he played
Derrick
16
Rose,
years. Mike played 16 years
Mm,
to 1 year with the Wizards. So 15 years.
mm,
He won a championship 20% of the
the
time.
Bulls have 188 playoff wins. I'm going less.
Less. 188. That would be a classic
188.
Casey move.
Ooh, he thinks that the Bulls have less than 189. Is Carter right? Let's find out. They have
187.
187.
Whoa, you were close.
I was close.
You were close.
Very, very close, sir. Carter pulls ahead. It is now 6-5. Carter, 2 questions left apiece. You guys, John, you have the honors here. The Bulls have 187 playoff wins. Dynasty versus Dynasty.
Warriors.
Do the Warriors
Okay.
have more or less?
So let's say they've had 5 rings, but let's say that their run has been even bigger than that. So their run's been like 10 years long now, where they've been in the playoffs at least, and like maybe winning a round or 2. So let's say they've averaged, let's say the years they win, they average like 18 wins, maybe 16 to 18 wins. So
Well, I think
that's
they
like
have to be 16 a pop when they win, right?
they could win with 18 wins because it'd be 3 rounds, 6 games if they won in an average of 6 games per round.
But you only win 16 though, because
you win. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, you only win 12, right? Because it's 3 rounds. Or no, it's 4 rounds. Yeah,
Oh,
you win
the
16.
finals,
Okay. So 16 wins. That's a good point. So I know it's exactly 16 on their 5 championships. So we got 80 wins right there. But then we have essentially another 5 years of, let's say, 10 wins. So we got 130. Plus, that's just in these days. There have been some other days. There's been like the Gilbert Arenas days.
The We Believe days.
Oh yeah, there was the. Oh, that's true. There was the We Believe days.
And then there was the Run TMC days.
Oh yeah, they've had a lot of days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with more.
John thinks the Warriors have
I
more.
don't think Casey would put them in a position where they would have less, because he would never give anybody ammo for the argument that the Bulls are a greater dynasty than the Warriors. So I'm just talking myself into it. I'm going more.
This was put here on purpose to push the Warriors agenda.
Yeah,
sure.
This is Warriors. This is Warriors propaganda. The Warriors propaganda show. Show me more, Casey.
You're right. I built the entire 16-round game around building the Warriors up.
Our next topic after this game.
The Bulls have 187 wins. John believes the Warriors have more than that. Is he correct? He is.
Wow,
correct,
dang, dude.
212.
212?
Yep.
Dang, that's a lot.
You thought it was closer, though.
I thought 150 was a lot. Remember when we thought that do you remember back when we thought that Blazers were in the top like with 120?
Something like that. Yeah.
I now feel very confident in telling you guys they're well outside the top 10.
Yeah.
Carter, you are up now on the clock. The Warriors have 212 playoff wins. Do the Sixers have more or less?
They have existed since
This
Wilt.
one's another one that I would say it's like Sixers, Knicks, Celtics, Lakers. Apparently Warriors.
They had Wilt days. They had Julius Irving days. They have current Sixers days.
You guys got the freaking chat saying days now.
San Fan days.
San Francisco days. Oh, we're talking about the Warriors still.
Yeah.
Mm.
Broski more.
DIQ says
Broski
more. All caps. I don't know. Oh, he said easy more in all caps.
Oh man,
212 is a lot, guys.
212 is a lot, dude.
That's a
212 is a
lot.
lot.
There's some Chuck days too. Yeah,
that's true. There was some Chuck days.
All right, Carter, what are you feeling here?
I'm gonna go with the cool 208 playoff wins.
He thinks that the Sixers have fewer than 212 playoff wins. Is Carter right? Let's find out. He is.
Oh my God, it's a lot of playoff wins.
249?
That's a lot of playoff wins.
49. We have a tie going into the final round.
Oh man,
this one feels easy. All right, Sixers versus Lakers. Sixers have 249. Lakers more or less. This one feels easy. Lakers more.
John, not hesitating a minute. Are you sure?
Championships.
Yeah, I'm sure. Lakers more.
Okay.
This one feels
Kobe
easy.
John says the
days,
Lakers have more than
Magic
249 wins.
So many
in the
days.
playoffs.
They've had
Is
Belgian
he
Baylor
correct?
days.
It's hard to have more days. Oh,
He is correct.
Wow.
400.
They have like 200 more wins.
But you guys have been tap dancing around this one the entire exercise. Carter, you need this one to force a tie now.
Mhm.
John with the comeback. Carter,
this
to tie.
You threw me a lob. And this one's a little hard. I feel like this one.
I didn't know he was going to go first or second.
Yeah, that's true.
So they had the Bill Russell days, right? But there were like
they're tied in
teams the
championships. They're tied in championships.
For the audio only listeners, this is the Lakers with 466 playoff wins. Do the Boston Celtics have more or less? Carter, you're on the clock.
Michael gave us 5 lesses.
We'll go to a tiebreaker if you get it right, Carter.
A lot of the Celtics days were like really early when they played like less games and less teams. There might have been best of 3s back then. Maybe some single elimination for all I know. Probably best of 3s. But then
we got some people saying more. Way more.
Way more.
More. Boston more.
Way
DIQ hasn't steered you wrong yet. He says more. We got a lot of people on more right now.
Carter, you got to look inside yourself
he
here.
He said I told you in the last one. He did tell me in the last. He said more for.
Ooh, but Karen says less.
Philly one.
Michael says less.
Michael's really confident in less. A lot of the days were early, but then
Minnesota days. What's that mean?
Minnesota days?
Were they the Minnesota Celtics?
They were the Minneapolis Lakers.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, the Minneapolis Lakers were. Oh yeah, they were good then.
And then the Celtics. The Lakers have like sucked more recently. I feel like that's not going to play a huge factor though.
I had
We
no
gotta
idea
just
this was
pull the
going to get this
trigger.
intense. I didn't think this was going to be this
We're
long
gonna
of a
go.
segment. You guys
We're
are
gonna
into it.
go less. We're gonna go less.
Carter believes that the Celtics
That's-
have fewer than.
Are you locked in, Carter?
466.
Are you locked in?
I'm locked in.
I
Jake,
would have
you
also
said
said.
go
I would have
off
also
your
said
heart.
less. I feel like
Go
this
off your
one
heart
also feels
sometimes.
obvious.
Let's find out if he's right. He says less. It is
Okay.
Yeah,
less.
Cool.
it's less.
It is less,
And those
so
those two are like the runaways, right?
Those
Yeah,
two are
who's-
the
who's
by far.
third?
runaways, yeah.
Or is there another one? of you?
Are the Sixers third?
The Sixers are third.
Yeah, those two are freaking runaways. All right, so we have
All
a
right.
tiebreaker round.
We do. So I'm going to pick a team, and you guys are going to pull out your phones and calculator app it and tell me you're going to put a number in this time. And the closest is our champion.
All right.
All right. What would just be the most evil team to pick here? You guys want something squishy? Well, let's see. I won't give you guys any clues actually. All right. I'll leave that one out. Okay, here's one. How many, John and Carter, for the win? You'll have to reveal your answers before we know. But how many playoff wins do the Houston Rockets have in their franchise history?
Rockets. Okay. The Bucks had like 150. So I'm gonna go with wait, I shouldn't talk out loud because Carter Casey, you're gonna have to fill the air.
Well,
Floating around there now.
so let's recap this. So John and Carter both nailed their first 4 questions. No problem. I thought this game might flop and they might just run the whole board. But then John dropped his next question, his 5th question. And it looked like Carter wasn't going to drop one, but he dropped his very last question. And they ended up 7-7 out of the 8 rounds. A good game, if I do say so myself. We're in the tiebreaker round. The question was, how many playoff wins do the Houston Rockets have? Guys, reveal your answers. Are you both locked in, actually, first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, reveal your answers to me.
145.
Okay. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
They picked
We
the
really both
exact
said
same
145?
I tried to
amount.
go just below you.
All right, I guess I'll pick a new team.
Okay.
Well, what was Houston
both
at?
said 145. How many did they have?
You guys want to know how many they had?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, now.
Nah, let's move on. No, the Houston Rockets actually had 158.
Oh,
We're close. See, I was thinking about the Hakeem days and the like Harden days, but then I was like, okay. And the Bucks had like 150, and they had 3 sets of days, but 3 sets of
Yeah.
less good days. That was my logic on that.
Yeah, it's a few days. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This one should be it now. You guys don't guess the same thing. Don't do that again, you guys.
yeah. Don't say
all right.
150 out loud and put
I'm
me
gonna
right
run
there.
out of.
Sorry. Okay,
I'm gonna
Casey,
run
you
out
fill
of
the air
NBA
then.
teams.
I'm not going to think out loud.
All right, here's the team, and remember, it's the franchise total. This one should be interesting.
It's the Thunder.
Let's go with the Oklahoma City Thunder franchise. How many
Okay.
wins do they have in
Okay.
their team's history? Man, I mean, could this game be any closer, chat? I want to know. I mean, this is nuts. These guys tied up.
Going into double overtime.
Yeah, literally double overtime. That tiebreaker was not supposed to produce a double overtime. That was unforeseen. That was nuts, chat. What do you guys think about that? I think we deserve a like on the video if you guys haven't liked it already. That was like worthy. And also, you're doing yourself a favor because if we cross over another 25 threshold, that'll mean more NBA or more swag for you guys. All right, John is locked in. Carter, are you ready, sir?
Yeah.
All right,
No.
guys, reveal your answers. How
Yeah.
many playoff wins do you believe the OKC
135.
franchise has?
I just
John says
switched from
135.
I'm gonna be pissed.
Carter says
135.
131.
131 for Carter.
So John's 135. Carter is 131.
I had 138 2 seconds ago.
I don't have. This is like kind of anticlimactic. I didn't have a graphic built for this or anything, so I'm just gonna say it.
Oh, okay. It's climactic to me.
The OKC Thunder have exactly this many playoff wins.
I hope it's 133 for triple overtime.
100 and 64
Oh,
playoff.
Let's
win.
go!
Damn it.
John climbs his way
Undefeated
to
against
victory.
Carter.
A comeback victory of the unlikeliest variety. Well done, both of you. I definitely couldn't have done that good. You guys killed it.
The Thunder was a good one because they've only made one finals, but they had like all the first years of their franchise. I also think that StatMuse that's what it was. I thought StatMuse would include Seattle in that.
I mean, I included
did.
Seattle. I tried to
course,
include Gary Payton days, and
Yep.
then
Yeah. And then they just had so many not finals runs, but like second round, third round runs in the first like 12 years of their franchise, like of the Thunder franchise.
So StatMuse, just for fun fact, they actually block off some of them for some reason. It's locked. I think you need a
you have
membership.
to pay for it now.
I think the only other one we could have gone to that I didn't say would have been very controversial because you brought it up. You didn't know if it would count all of these or not. But the Spurs.
Yeah.
You guys want to, for funsies, guess?
I'm going to go like 200 on the Spurs, 180, 200, something like that. 190.
I'll go
Wanna-
200
Oh,
with
they're not
5.
gonna count. They're not gonna count ABA.
So they
I'll go 190.
You can tell me what they count. They have 222 wins.
Then they must count the ABA.
So I didn't want
don't
that
know.
one to be
I mean, they've been
controversial
good
because
forever,
of something
too.
like that.
Yeah,
guys
they were
called
good for
that
a
one
really,
out
really long time.
by name. So well done, both y'all. Hey, I think these games are popular. The chat seemed
Let's
to like
go.
it. So
That was fun.
all
yeah.
right. Well done, chat. I bet most of you in the chat didn't do quite as good as these guys did. So, and especially under the pressure they were under. Well done.
The chat
gentlemen.
was
Well done.
50-50 on everything.
Yeah,
It
the
was.
chat was not helpful. The chat,
I
you
can't believe
guys,
I thought they were
you need
gonna
to
give
get your
away
shit
answers.
together in the chat.
Yeah. All right.
right.
So that was it, boys. Wow. I haven't looked at the comments in a second, and we have 231 that I haven't seen. Wow. That's cool.
Yep. So we
done,
so here's what we'll do. Casey, if you want to hit the whole group of people who are entered into the jersey giveaway, we'll announce that in just a second after a quick round of crossing up or crossing out, just so Casey has time to do that. And Carter, do you have a crossing up or crossing out? This is kind of impromptu, so you're gonna have to.
Not yet.
All right. I'll go crossing up or crossing. Actually, you know what? It's going to take a little bit longer. Let's go a fast foods of the league because we already have the food.
Okay.
And the food from last time that we didn't use was turkey burger. I think let's try and do turkey burger. Casey says we have to do hamburger first to do turkey burger. Let's do it without
hamburger.
doing it.
I think I'm gonna.
You want to do hamburger?
tonight.
Let's do the
I'm
hamburger.
having hamburgers tonight. Yeah.
Okay, let's do hamburger. So we're going to play foods of the league. Here's how it works. We need adjectives to describe hamburgers. Hamburgers or cheeseburgers, either one is fine. I'll start with meaty. Hamburgers are meaty, right?
I'm thinking
I got
thinking
one.
I had a hamburger off the like the grill a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
It doesn't really apply to like fast food, but I'm gonna go with sizzling.
I got one.
Sizzling.
You can't overlook. It's often overlooked, but you shouldn't. To have a really great burger, got to have some really
Juicy.
nice buns.
Buns.
Oh,
Nice
Really
buns.
Nice buns.
well, if we're meaty and we
got
have nice
meaty,
buns,
Meaty,
I'm
nice
sorry,
buns.
we have to go with Kyle Lowry. There's no
He's
other route
already
here.
chicken salad, dude. He's already chicken salad.
No way.
Could be
No way.
Zion.
No way we put in nice buns and we can't go to Kyle Lowry.
It could be Zion.
Uh-oh.
Does Zion have
Meaty,
nice
nice buns. I mean, he's meaty. I gotta
is
assume
meaty.
he's got nice buns. It's also hamburgers also kind of like a staple food. Like it's really like people eat a lot of them. It's probably, if I had to guess, I bet it's one of the top 5, maybe for sure top 10, maybe top 5 most eaten foods in the United States. So it's got to be like a premier player, maybe like Zion or Joel Embiid type, or Jokic. Jokic is pretty meaty.
Mhm.
I'm just going to assume anyone who's meaty has pretty nice buns. Scrumptious. We got scrumptious, juicy, well, like how it's cooked. Yeah,
Chicken.
popular. Yeah,
Ooh.
popular is a good point. Chicken. It's not okay. So we literally said hamburger, so
Hamburger,
it's not chicken. Chicken hamburger. Got that chicken hamburger. DIQ
Chicken
says Shaq. Shaq would be a great hamburger of the NBA, but we are trying to keep it to current players. Although
Maybe if we do the
I will
two-pronged
nominate
one,
as Shaq as the like Shaq's like the honorary hamburger of the NBA.
Maybe we hit the twofer here. We go Shaq's the hamburger. Who's the turkey burger based off of Shaq?
There we go.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, because
We got a little.
Okay, let's do that. Let's just, can we all agree that Shaq is the hamburger of the NBA? Like if we're just all good there, I'm good
an
with
all-time
that.
type of food, so we can go Shaq.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. It's a classic. A lot of people are saying classic, popular, nice buns. It's meaty. That's Shaq. That's just Shaq. Described Shaq. Yeah.
That turkey burger now has to be an off-brand version of Shaq.
Yep. Exactly. So now we got the turkey burger of the NBA.
He's a little leaner.
Little leaner. Little less good. Not quite as good
as the original. Yeah.
Not as good. Not the original.
Trying too hard to be the original too.
Like a cheat, like a version that people who are trying to like hack the system use. You know,
might as well be a tofu burger, really.
Right.
But not quite.
Yeah. What are other adjectives that describe turkey burger?
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't know if I've ever passed up a hamburger to have a turkey burger, so I don't even think I can weigh in.
Well, I mean, I think I've just eaten turkey burgers, but not when hamburgers were an option, for sure.
I've never been presented.
Casey's like, I don't put myself into situations where that's the thing. Like, I don't,
I immediately stop hanging out with those people if that's what they offer me.
Okay, so we got Dwight Howard as the turkey burger.
Dwight Howard
is the turkey burger.
Superman.
Suggestions.
Superman, right?
We gotta do this one quick because we gotta do our jersey announcement. So Dwight Howard. Who else?
And Dwight's always like
90%.
Look at me.
Yeah, it's always like 90%.
And then Shaq's like, shut up, you suck. You're just a turkey burger.
Yeah,
I think it's Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard. Who else? Chat. Dwight Howard.
Both
Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis turkey burger. Andrea says. Chet Holmgren turkey burger. Nah, Chet's like not even in the burger category. He's like too lean to be a burger.
He's the tofu burger.
Yeah. Juicy and thin. I think it's Anthony Davis or Dwight Howard, honestly.
I like both answers.
Maybe just drop Anthony Davis.
I'll put a poll in. How about that?
LeBron James isn't a low budget Shaq though.
Oh.
LeBron James is a different kind of player. Yeah, Chet is the tofu burger.
I like Dwight because Shaq has like one-way beef with Dwight.
A couple people have said LeBron, so maybe LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Dwight Howard. Which one's the turkey burger of the NBA? But I hope it's not LeBron because he really should be. LeBron might have been
hamburger, but turkey burger's got to be off-brand Shaq, and I think Dwight screams that.
AD. A lot of people are saying AD, so just put Dwight Howard.
And the Lakers.
Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard.
I've got all three in there, so I'll put LeBron in case people want it.
All right, so in the poll right now, just saying this for all the people coming in for the jersey giveaway announcement. So in the poll right now, vote it up. Who is the turkey burger of the NBA? Now, keep in mind that the turkey burger of the NBA is based on Shaq being the hamburger of the NBA. So Shaq's the hamburger. Who's the turkey burger? Bobby says Howard burger. So who's the turkey burger of the NBA? Vote it up in the chat. Also, we are about to, what you see on your screen is us about to announce the NBA jersey giveaway winner. So if you entered to win the Jamal Murray jersey, if you entered to win the Bam jersey, if you entered to win the Marcus Smart jersey, the Austin Reeves jersey, Tyrese Maxey, I think that's everyone we've done, or the weekly jersey giveaway. If you entered any of that, we are about to give away that jersey. Also, a heads up. Every 25 likes on this video, we're giving away $25 gift cards. $25 gift cards to our partner DAPS. DAPS has lots of cool sports swag and sports cards, so you can get jerseys from them. You can get sports cards from them. You can get all kinds of stuff from them. So get the likes up on the video. We'll give away $25 gift cards. We will do that in our private community on Playback. That's playback.tv/tripcross. We'll do that after we announce the jersey giveaway winner. Yeah, that's all the things. That was a long thing. That's all the things. Also, shout out to our other sponsor for the day, Perk Clothing. Perk Feel Good Chinos that make your booty look good, which is tough to do. It's tough to make man butts look good, but Perk manages to do it. So shout out to them. Link in description for a buy two, get $90 off your third pair offer. Whew, that was a lot of things. Casey, do you have anything to say so we can just break up the sound of John's voice?
I will say that it is an incredibly tight race for Turkey Burger of the NBA.
You
I
guys
thought
are
that we
voting
had
for
a
Anthony
winner,
Davis.
and I will say right now it is tied between two.
Okay,
You
so
guys gotta stop voting for Anthony Davis.
get your votes in. Get your votes in. It's a democracy on this one. Get your votes in the poll. Get the likes on the video. I don't know how many likes we're at now, but there's 120 people watching, and we're at 75
likes.
So that's going to be 3 $25 gift cards for NBA swag. There's 123 people watching though. So here's the deal. If you get to 100, that's going to be 4 $25 gift cards. If we get to 125, that's going to be 5 NBA gift cards for NBA swag. So get the likes on the video right now and then join us on playback.tv/triplecross to get those after we announce the jersey giveaway winner. You can actually go over to Playback right now and we're there. You'll just watch the same show that you're watching on Playback. All right, let's leave the poll up for a second. Here's how it's going to go. We're going to leave the poll up for a second. We're going to announce our jersey giveaway winner. Then we're going to announce who the burger of the NBA is, the turkey burger of the NBA. And then we're going to do a clean out and we're going to go over to Playback and give away our gift cards. Sound good, boys?
Does sound good, John.
All right, 86 likes on the video, 14 more for a 4th gift card, guys. All right, without further ado, who is our May 31st NBA jersey giveaway winner? Hit that button, Casey.
All right, guys. Thanks for entering. Let's find out. Count down at home with us. 10. So if you entered Austin Reeves jersey, if you entered Marcus Smart jersey, if you entered the Bam jersey, the Jamal Murray jersey, if you entered the Tyrese Maxey jersey or the weekly jersey giveaway, we're about to reveal who won it this week. If you entered, you're still entered to win next week, though. And this week's winner was Quentin Fredericks, Q. Our boy Q. Actually, I don't know him. Nobody knows him. Congrats, Quentin Fredericks. We have almost 100 likes on this video, so everybody join us now at playback.tv/triplecross. There should be a link in the description for that as well. Playback.tv/triplecross. There isn't. Playback.tv/triplecross is where we're going right now. No link in the description, but just go there. Playback.tv/triplecross. We are giving away our $25 gift cards there. All right, Casey, before we leave, we got to know who's the turkey burger of the NBA. Got to end the poll right now. All right, John, let me pull that up. Let's get there. Let's get this thing off of our faces.
I mean, I kind of like it. Yeah. The turkey burger of the NBA is who?
Wow, it is super tight still. Hopefully everybody voted. We have 90 votes, 92 votes. They're still coming in. It's real close. But I'm going to end it in 3.
Vote for Dwight. Vote for Dwight.
1. End poll. The winner is Anthony Davis with 39% of the vote. Dwight Howard with 36. They were neck and neck the entire way. But congrats to the turkey burger, Anthony, the turkey burger Davis.
Anthony, the turkey burger Davis. I do wonder if adding LeBron to that poll changed the outcome. You know what I'm saying?
The LeBron voters are the type of people to vote for Anthony Davis anyways. So.
Yeah, they're like, I want somebody on my team to be the turkey burger of the NBA. All right, guys, we are going to give away $25 gift cards at playback.tv/triplecross. I did put a link in the description. Hopefully it's there now. As of right now, we're at 91 likes on this video. So we're going to give away 3 $25 gift cards there, or 4 if we get to 100 in the next couple seconds before I end the video. Everybody, thank you for being here today. Thank you for watching our show. We are going to be doing stuff all through the finals, so keep an eye on the text messages. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that YouTube notifies you when we're live. YouTube will notify you when we're live. Every time we're live, we're usually giving stuff away, so you definitely want to get those notifications. If you're listening on an audio app like Apple Podcasts or Spotify or such apps, please rate us 5 stars and review us. It helps us helps those platforms know that other people like you might like the show. Thank you all for being here. I'm gonna do like a hard out. We're gonna be silent for a second, and then we'll leave the stream running while you guys all go over to Playback with us. So if you're having trouble going to Playback, we will be here for just a second to help you out with that. But yes, until next time, we will see you Let's go.
Toodles.
Okay. All right. There's our silent out for the audio podcast. I'm going to leave the stream running for a second, y'all, but there's 72 people in here. Everybody go to playback.tv/triplecross. Carter, are you about to bounce?
I'm going to bounce and go eat my burger and waffle fries.
All right. Casey, do you want to go over to playback? I'll stay here for a second. Yeah, you go over to playback. I'll stay here for a second and help anybody who is having a hard time getting.
Well, I'm actually already in playback, and everybody in playback can already hear us. So
they can hear us? Oh, nice. Okay.
Well, I mean, we're streaming this. Oh, no, they can't hear us. Never mind. I'm just watching. It hasn't ended yet. No, we're still streaming there. So we're good.
Yeah, we're still
we end this video.
We're still streaming here, but yes. So everybody, playback.tv/triplecross, link in description. That's where we're doing our giveaways.
Head on down now. We're giving away at least 3 $25 gift cards. If we can get 8 more likes on this video in the next 2 minutes or whatever, then that'll.
I mean, I feel like we should cut it. I feel like we should cut it off when. I mean, that's just my opinion, but I feel like
then it's cut off
when the episode ends. So 3. We're doing 3 $25 gift cards. There's still 50 people watching the stream right now. What are y'all doing watching the YouTube stream? Go over to playback.
They just love us so much, John.
I know. If you are watching the YouTube stream, chat in so that I know you're here, so that I know like if you're trying to get into playback and it's not working, because we have had that before where playback is tough to get into. Everybody in playback, can you hear us in playback?
Yes, I have they can.
Yes. Good. Okay. Yeah. So they're here in double, which means I'm going to end this YouTube pretty soon. I think maybe once we get like under 20 viewers on the YouTube, I'll end the YouTube. King to Dale just said the king is here on YouTube. Hey, King, we are over on playback.tv/triplecross. We're about to end this YouTube stream. We're going to give away some $25 NBA swag gift cards. The link for playback is in the description. So the king needs to go over to playback.
And if you're still listening on YouTube, having a hard time figuring out the sound controls over on playback, in the bottom left-hand corner, there is the volume controls where you can control the stream volume, which is YouTube stream we have going on right now in the background. Then you can see John and I in little bubbles in probably one of the corners of your screen. That is the stage volume. So that's actually so John has his turned on right now. The reason you don't hear me double is because I am single on YouTube right now. I'm going to flip it on playback. So hi, everybody on playback. You can now hear me through the playback thing. So if you're getting double audio, turn down the stream, turn up the stage. Right. That goes for anybody who comes over from YouTube in the next couple of minutes as well.
Yep. All right, I'm going to give the YouTube crowd, there's still 27 people watching on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to give you like 2-3 more minutes to go over to playback. I have to, Casey, you're going to have to excuse me for a second while I get an Uber because I have to go to the airport. So you're just going to have to talk for a minute because I'm going to do that.
I got you, bro. I feel you. We've been there. John's got to travel. So we got his back. Okay, so A. Schmidt. Wait, so what do we do with the audio? What you want to do with the audio is turn the stream down and turn the stage up. The stage is my voice and John's voice. You can see we're getting lit up by like a little green square. I believe it's green. I'm colorblind. Those who don't know. And that way you can hear what we're saying so that you can get in on these giveaways for these gift cards that we are about to do. All right, little change of the setup for me. And away we go. I tried to take the stream down. Are you guys not seeing any video in the background now? Nope, maybe not yet. I meant to take that down.
All right, so we have a couple people on YouTube saying, Donna, it isn't letting me on playback. Playback not working. No playback. Thanks for a chance. If you're on playback.tv/triplecross, if it's not working for you, you should be able to just like log in and stuff like that. If it's not working, there's like a question mark. There's a little question mark button you can hit. Definitely hit that question mark and hopefully the support will help you get in. But yeah, we know that it's a little bit buggy, but we think it's a cool platform. We're trying to get more of our audience over there because we can do like watch parties and stuff over there. And you know, they're working out their stuff. You know, give them a second, just give them a minute. You know.
Alrighty then.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute on YouTube.
I hate to do this to you. I'm going to have to bail on you because I do have to catch my lift in 2 minutes.
No problem, bro.
I'll let you roll. I'm gonna jump out of the YouTube stream and the playback stream and just kind of let you have full control of it, man.
What's up? You guys are doing TPC After Dark with Casey, Niners fan man. Later, John. We love you. Catch you on the next one. Everybody else, stick around. I see 17 people in playback. YouTube, I still got you live too, in case somebody is having the worst time at all. Brandon is having a bad time. Brandon, it's not letting you in. If you could describe the problem a little bit more, maybe I can help you troubleshoot that. Otherwise, if you can get to the point where you see a bubble with a question mark in it, that's the help and support inside playback. They're used to all of the bugs that can occur, so hopefully they can help you if I can't. If you're not getting in there, hopefully you're using the right link. That's playback.tv/triplecross. Let me make sure John put the right one in the chat. That would be kind of embarrassing if he didn't. Yep, looks like that is... Oh, wait, where did he put it in here? I actually am not seeing it in the chat. Okay, so let me go ahead and put it into the chat. Here you go. I am dropping it into the YouTube description now. And it will be playback URL. Boom. I didn't see it. Maybe I missed it. But it's now in the video description. If you want to head on over there. Hi, Sally G. We're all moving over to playback. Guys on playback, are you seeing just me or are you still seeing a video? Looks like you might still be seeing the video. Is that right? Man, I tried to take that down already. I have... Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on. Let's get that out of there. We have quite a few people in here. I don't love doing the wheels when there's so many, but I know you guys tend to like them. Maybe we should do a wheel just for the new people in here. So here's what I'm going to do, guys. I am going to start making a wheel of all your names. Everybody who's over in playback, I am right now working on a wheel of names for you all. Here's the catch. If you are just visiting, if you're just a visitor in here, I see 5 visitors in here right now. Playback tells us which people are in, how many people are visiting. It's not perfect, though, as you can tell if you're having any issues currently with playback. So as I go through this, I'm building this wheel. I'm going to go in order of what I see of who's in here. It's not perfect. So if you see yourself not get added, make sure you chat in at that time so that I can add you. All right, so moving down the list here, we have A, and if I spell your stuff wrong, I'm sorry. A Schmidt, there's a lot of names to get to, so I'm just going to try to move quickly through them. As long as we know who we're talking about, that should be good enough for these purposes. So, all right. So we got A. Schmidt in here. We got Rose, a.k.a. Razzles. We got Tom. We got Romy24. We got Felix. Hey, everybody. We got, let's put Mike S. just because that's such a common name. Might be another Mike in here. We got Adam in the chat. We got Ange J. Gotta scroll down, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. There's lots of people to get to. We got Dizzy Wizard Sports. Sup, Dizzy. We got Dizzy. We got Jojo Mac. We got Allie. What's up, Allie? We got Josie. Hey, Josie. Appreciate that shout out during the episode. Didn't read it off, so sometimes the audio only people get confused if we don't read off those comments, but Josie said I put together a good game. I like to think so. That one went even better than I expected, so that was pretty cool as the creator of that one. You guys might think I get bummed out because I don't get to play in those things, but as long as it all works out good for content, that's what I'm after. So we got Jamie, we got Roger. Oh, shoot. I just collapsed my list. Oh, Huey snuck in there. Huey made it on the wheel. We got Raylex. I already added Raylex. We got Jamie. We got Roger. I added Roger. We got Amber. Amber's on the wheel. We got Steven or Stefan. I don't know. I'm going to go with Steven. We got Vincent. And let's see if my list is showing me anybody else. We got King Tadale. I'm going to go with that. We're going to go King T. We got I Love Monkeys. Okay. I Love Monkeys on the wheel. And let me take another glance at this. It's been updating. Looks like I'm missing Deb. Deb popped up. And that's who I see here on my roll call sheet from playback. I do see 3 visitors. So if you do not see yourself on the wheel, if you didn't hear me pronounce your name, it is pronounced Steven. Thanks, Steven. If you didn't see yourself added to the wheel, if you don't see yourself spinning around on the wheel right now, well, that is because you are not, I don't know you're here. That's why. So if you're here, then drop something in the chat so I can see. Sometimes, even if you are logged in, you might not show up under the people attending the video. And if you're not signed, if you're not logged in, if you haven't created an account, you should hurry up and do that because we're going to be giving away 3 $25 gift cards to DAPS. So hurry on up. I'm going to go do one last check over on YouTube, see if anybody else is over there. Okay, guys, anybody on YouTube? You are not added to our wheel to potentially win. You have to be over on Playback. The link is in the description. That is our VIP platform. Anybody can be a VIP. You don't have to do anything special to enter. You just have to go over there. And if you haven't made a profile, then you have to make a profile. So P. Gibson just made it over. Hey, P. Gibson. I'm just going to call you Gibson because calling you P is kind of, I mean, maybe you're used to it, but it sounds weird to me. So what's up, Gibson? Welcome over. Let's see if anybody new has joined us yet. Not yet. So YouTube. Oh, I see Bean popping in here. What's up, Bean? All right. So YouTube. Last call over here. Probably not going to mention it again. Head on over to Playback. The link is in the video description. So the very bottom link in the video description is the one that says playback.tv/triplecross. Join us over there. We're about to do 3 gift card giveaways to DAPS for, what do you call it, memorabilia or swag, whatever you want to call it, NBA stuff. I think they'll probably have other stuff too. I don't know how their store is separated exactly. So even though this is a basketball episode, you might have a chance to get whatever you like best. So come on over to Playback, guys. I'm about to end the YouTube stream, so make sure you're getting over to Playback. You still have some time to make it in. Even if you miss out on the first giveaway, we are doing 3. So head on over now. I'm ending the stream on YouTube. So YouTube, we will see you later. Join us on Playback. Please remember to like and subscribe to our channel. That helps us a ton. And the best way, if you like winning stuff, the best thing you can do for yourself is hit the bell icon and allow all notifications to be sent to you. I know that can be annoying. I know a lot of people tell you to do it, but for us, it actually is a great idea because you need to be on our live shows to be able to win these prizes. And we give away a prize every single time we go live, at least one. Today we gave away 4. 3 $25 gift cards and a whole jersey. Got to be live to do it, though. So head on over to Playback. Links in the description. And YouTube will see you next time.